There are a handful of institutions in the United States that focus on craft, either historical or contemporary, and we are very unique among that. It's an opportunity to present a different kind of art form to the public here in Houston. Craft is very accessible. We know it intrinsically. So it's very easy for the visitor, the viewer, to understand what's happening and then go a little bit farther with it.
The very best of this rapidly evolving art form is continually showcased in exhibitions at the Houston Center for Contemporary Craft. This spring, one of those exhibitions was the center of attention, as 5,000 ceramic artists and enthusiasts from this country and several others converged on Houston. It was the 2013 NCECA Biennial Exhibition, considered to be the premier exhibition of ceramic arts in the United States.
First, let me say that NCECA stands for the National Council for Education on the Ceramic Arts, and it boasts some of the rock stars of the ceramic world. From a very vast pool of work, they select a very small number of pieces that you see here, and then they come to us for our curatorial staff to put their stamp on it by how the works are displayed, how they interact with each other, sometimes we say how they talk to each other.
Staging an exhibition of this caliber is in itself a work of art. The center's curator, Anna Walker, gets to know each piece before deciding how it will be presented.
We're involved with each of these artists individually. We talk with them about the pieces, and we also construct the exhibition space for our viewers. So we choose where work goes, we choose how the work is displayed, and that's really instrumental in our visitors getting a feel for exactly what the biennial is about.
Concurrent with the NCECA Biennial, the Craft Center presented ceramic works by members of the Artist Guild Clay Houston, giving work by local artists exposure to the thousands who toured the NCECA exhibition. Another way the center makes the local and regional influence felt is its hugely popular Craft Texas series. Every 2 years, this event showcases the very best of Texas artists and dramatically demonstrates the wide range and broad definition of contemporary craft.
The fact that all of these artists are living and working and making work today, I think is really exciting for a visitor to understand not only who these artists are and what they're making, but who we are as an institution.
One way the Craft Center defines itself and makes an important statement to the craft community is to initiate its own exhibitions featuring emerging artists.
You really get to understand the artists, you get to understand their work, and what's exciting is that by originating our own shows, we're contributing to the greater craft conversation that's happening across the country. We're actually starting something here, and we're speaking our own voice in a sense.
This spring, the Craft Center presented Constructing Solitude, a solo exhibition by Janice Jakelski. With candy-like colors and nostalgic images, Jakelski creates a visual experience that she hopes will trigger the imagination.
You can't wear the headwear. How can you imagine yourself in them, and who would you be talking to while you're wearing them? So I do a lot with color and details. I think of my work as very flirtatious. I try to flirt with the viewer and draw them in and activate that imagination.
Houston Center for Contemporary Craft is one of the few institutions in the country where you can experience all aspects of the art of craft at this level.
It's part of a holistic experience that you can come into this gallery, see the depth of work right now in ceramics. You can go into Asher Gallery, our retail space, where you can touch and acquire, but also then you can go into our resident artist studios where you see work made up close People are there to talk to you about the processes that they're going through, the techniques, why they're doing things. So it is a very well-rounded experience, of which exhibitions are the base. We always strive to be true to our educational mission, whether it is our monthly events, Hands on Houston, that are a free craft-making activity. It's open to the public. Drop in, work with artists to make something of your very own. Several times a year we'll have a larger event, demonstrations, everything from calligraphy to woodworking. And we hope that when you stop by, you'll also visit the Craft Garden, one of the few places in the United States that celebrates the materials that are behind craft. All part of that mission, get people to see it and understand what the processes are. We invite you to join us. Free admission all the time. It's always interesting here at the Center for Contemporary Craft.